Hello, guys. I have not started getting ready for the day, so I just kind of look however I woke up as, I guess. I guess that's a weird angle, but whatever, that works. I have coffee. It's like plain black coffee right now. Well, it's like flavored technically, not really. It's not sweet or anything, but like it smells like it's supposed to be like flavored, you know? I don't know what that means, but it just does. Ow. Anyway, sugar. Nice. Cream. There's this girl who I saw on TikTok, but she does like, I don't know if you guys saw her, the girl who does like Wawa coffee videos or whatever, but she'll buy at Wawa like a creamer like this, only use like that much and then like throw it away, but like does that every day. I'm just kind of like, I could never, but you know, I'm sure the benefits of doing those videos are phenomenal. But I just could never. I'd be like, oh no, like, do I feel guilty over this? I don't know. Like, I don't even know why. I don't know. But like, you know, because it's like unused and so it came from a cow. I don't know, that kind of stuff. Like, it's not like the end of the world, but it kind of makes you feel like you're like a terrible person if you do that or something, you know, like. I don't know. Wait, I don't know where my tripod is. Maybe I should find it for you. There we are. I'm gonna make breakfast. Nothing that eventful. Like, I'm just gonna like microwave something. So it's not gonna be like, you know, crazy. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna use a full-sized plate because guess what? All the other plates, they're dirty. So we're gonna use a full-sized plate. This, I don't know. Microwave safe oven to table china is what it says on the back. So, I don't know. I kind of want one of these. Tiny little sandwich. Tiny little sandwich. Okay, there's this thing, okay? Thing that happens. Wait, I'm not gonna end the video by accident, right? I'm like, if I were not stupid, I'd be like one of the Teletubbies or something, I don't know. That would be the next upgrade. It's really looking dark from here, you know? It's really, I don't know. Wait, I didn't even use a what's it called, like a coaster? That might not be what it's called, I forgot. I don't know what those are. I forgot. I'll be like using my brain so much that I forget the part that like doesn't matter to me. But then I'll like just be stupid, you know? And it's like, oh no. But yeah. Weird thing that happens. Okay. So for a long time, I've been able to sense like very often, I don't want to jinx it, right? I don't think I could get rid of this ability if I wanted to, but just in case, you know. Wait 1 second. Okay. I have to get the food. I'll be back. Damn, that kind of was like a better light to have on, right? I guess, yeah. I'm just eating cheese off the plate, but it's done. It's just very hot. Went badly. Anyway, yeah, there's like cheese on my teeth. I don't know. Oh yeah, so what I was gonna tell you guys, I have this magical ability to very often sense if there's like a spider near me or if there's an ant near me, because it's another species. I can pick up on it. So what happens is I'll have some kind of vision of the creature like 2 seconds before I see it, or like 5 seconds before I see it, 4 seconds before I see it. Like I'll actually just have like a vision of it. Like especially if it's an ant. If it's like a tree ant, I'll literally have like a vision of it. If it's a spider, I have to pay a lot of attention to like the dialogue in my brain, because it changes when there's a spider next to me, because I have to realize it's like as if another person has like entered my brain, but then it's physically just a spider. Like it sounds weird, but it's not actually like crazy. It's like it just comes true. It just comes true. I just, you know. But like I don't know why last night some kind of spirit must have been messing with me, because the night before I literally had like visions of a spider, and then I look up and there's a spider like dangling from a web like 2 feet above me or something. I was like, oh no. But I was already like laying in my bed because it was like nighttime. I was like, good thing I had the light on. That's so scary. And then of course it kind of made me like paranoid because I'm like, okay, so that could technically happen. That could technically happen at like any time. Like, what if I'm not awake and my dream just gets a little weird because there's a spider above me, and then I don't wake up because I think it's not real, because I think it's a dream. Like, but I've had that ability for years, like 1 or 2 years, which is, but it's not that impressive because it's literally just like a spider like that big or something, or like a tree ant that's like that. It's like, okay, so what? You knew that was there, like all you did was protect yourself from it, like so what? Like it's kind of like a useless ability unless you just don't want to get like bit by the spider or have like an ant walking on you. Like I kind of saw those things as like disrespectful, so I was like, I don't want that to ever happen to me. I don't ever want a tree ant walking on me. I don't ever want a spider walking on me, ever, ever, ever. So because of that, because I was so firm on that, I started to just like sense where they are. And it is provable, but like for spiders, like I feel like it happens every time, but again, I don't want to jinx it. For tree ants, it kind of depends on like my mood that day, how I sense it, and what kind of ant. Because if it's like a very tiny one, like I won't like sense it. That kind of thing. But even if I like pick a flower and there's like an ant on it, I'll just get like a vision of the ant, so I like know it's there. Like it's kind of like the dumbest ability to have, but it's like, so I know it's there, because I was gonna be like, I don't want that. I don't know, there's random stuff I just don't want, and then I kind of try to like, I just will get scared of it, but then I developed the psychic ability to like try to prevent it, because I was scared of it, because I just have the energy to do it, but like I'm not consciously like, okay, now forever I have to be able to like sense this, because then it like won't work that much. I don't think it would work like that. I don't think I have the kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna choose that. Like I don't really have like the kind of ability where I could be like, okay, like from now on I'm gonna be like psychic about this. Like it wouldn't really do anything. But if I'm just scared of something, I'll kind of get like the psychic ability to like prevent it, or try to avoid it, like run from it. I don't know. The opportunity to drop the flower and run, instead of just have a spider, like not a spider, like an ant walk on me. Or if there's just a spider attached to like a rope, I'll be like, okay, like I know like before I see it sometimes. I don't know. But I don't have every like psychic ability. But yeah, last night, because the night before I had like the spider try to do like a sneak attack, but I caught it mentally, which is so funny. Like literally it like changed my brain. I was thinking about something, and then it like the spider was like choosing like my thoughts, if that makes sense. Then I was like, that's not me. And then I look up and the spider's right there. It's like, I got you. Like I know what that is. Like watch out. Like I got you. But then yeah, no, it was scary. I just started like throwing stuff at it. It died eventually. Eventually. But that was scary. That wasn't very fun, you know. Anyway. Not very fun. If you heard like a popping sound, I don't know. It's maybe a little bit haunted, but not an interesting kind of haunted. Just like 1% haunted, like a 1% haunted that I don't care about. So it's just like that door like opens and closes by itself, but that's it. 1% haunted, like the kind of haunted that doesn't do anything. It's just a little bit more fun, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, so I didn't even tell you guys, like, I felt like a spirit was messing with me last night, because again, I was like kind of traumatized from the spider the previous night, but I felt like a spirit was messing with me because it felt like a way stronger spider, and I just kept having like random visions of spiders, but there was just no spider. But it was as if a spider like the size of a table was like next to me, or like a spider the size of like the whole room was like next to me, but there just wasn't a spider. You know what I mean? Like, you know when you can tell like the size of like a creature based on like the psychic ability of like what's next to you? Because like with spiders, it'll be kind of like a different level of intensity. Sometimes there's spiders in my shower. I'll be thinking of literally spiders, and then I like, not just for no reason, but it'll be like kind of controlling my thoughts again, and then I'll just look up and there's a spider, like that kind of thing. I've had frogs in the bathroom. I'll be literally thinking about, like, it'll be like a different vibe. Like a frog, it'll be like an energy around your like body that whole day. You know? You'll have people say like weird stuff to you. That's kind of like my like frog vibe. Like people will just make like weird comments, but then I'll feel like this like energy around my like aura. Then I walk into like the bathroom, take a shower, but there's a frog in there and it's like hopping around, like, or like a toad, like hopping around like all crazy. I'm like, oh my god. I'm just hoping it'll like escape safely and not like wash down the drain, because that's actually kind of like scary. I'm like, don't like, I don't know, don't have like a shampoo bottle fall on you and like lose your leg and then fall down the drain or something. Like do not die in like some traumatizing way just because you decided to be in my shower. Like that's crazy. I don't know. But seriously, I think it's better, or not it's better. It's better. A spirit was like messing with me. But I also think it's because I recorded like a couple of songs in my room, like in the evening, like at nighttime, in the middle of the night. And I think there might have been a spider somewhere listening to me. And then it was trying to like interact with the energy or something, like as if it thought like I was singing to it, or I don't know. There wasn't though when I looked, but I have no idea. Some kind of spider spirit was trying to reach out. I don't know. Not even like a spirit guide, I don't think, because it was like scary. It was like in a bad way. I don't think a spirit guide would be like trying to scare me. You know? It was giving like other species. It was giving other species trying to scare me as much as possible. It was so... We don't even have spiders like the size of a table on this planet that I know of, so unless those are like coming soon or something, I don't want to know. I'm like way too open to like energy in that way. I mean, not that I don't want to be, but like I do want to know when there's something coming up. But like imagine if that's just like there's going to be a spider the size of the table on the planet or something someday. Like I don't want to have that actually happen, but I would rather know about it if it's going to happen. But like imagine how scary, because imagine how much of like a dominant species that is if they're like the same size as you or bigger or way bigger. Like when it's a little tiny baby, it doesn't mean anything, except like you don't want it, but like it doesn't mean anything. But like if it's the size of a table, it's like you're just dead. That would be like the worst. It would be like a very invasive way to die. I could not. Ah. It was seriously giving like tarantula the size of like your entire life. Like tarantula past, present, and future, like literally the size of your table or the size of like, I don't even know, a living room. Like it was so scary. But again, it wasn't even real. I was like, I know this is not trauma from the spider the other day, because that, it wasn't like shocking like that. Like it wasn't like scary, you know? It was like bigger than a Minecraft spider compared to like your body. Like a lot bigger than that compared to your body. But like more menacing, like runs faster, like scarier, like would kill you more, like would win at killing you, like hands down, you know? This bottom bread is so dry, but the rest of it's fine. It's like eating it like a cracker. Like the bottom bread is literally like super dry, like super hard. I don't know. Sometimes I cook like very unevenly. But the top is like whatever that like, you know those kinds of like muffin things? Not muffin, what is it called? A biscuit. It's just a biscuit. But the bottom is like hard. But yeah, animals I'm scared of cannot fool me. I will see you coming. But a spirit apparently can pretend to be them and I'll think it's the same thing. I don't know. It's just, it had to be like a really strong spirit because I don't really get it. Again, because it had to be literally like so much energy. It was like the size of a table, like giant, like Thanksgiving table, like spider walking at you, like in my room. I was like, there, it's not like here, you know what I mean? Like we're not playing Minecraft like that. Like it's not like that literal like Minecraft like life. Like I don't know. And again, I've only sensed the little spiders accurately for like a year or two. So I'm so new to this. Like what if there's just invisible giant spiders on the planet that I don't know about? Like wake up like wrapped up in the whatever it's called. Like the stuff that comes out of their butt, like the web. I'm like, what if I wake up like that because of a giant spider? Like in Harry Potter. Like, isn't that, or is it Lord of the Rings? I think those happen in both, right? I have no idea. But all those magical movies, you know, they have the giant spider like running at you, like, you know. I was so scared. I was like, anyway. There was another thing that I kind of predicted, but also was confused by. Another traumatizing dream. My other traumatizing dream was really traumatizing. I don't even know. I'll tell you it the way that I found out how this kind of magic works, okay? I'm still confused. Not really, because like I know, like when other people have magic, I can sense it, but the way that I sense it is like I'll explain it. It doesn't even really kind of logically make sense, but I'll just kind of like, I could dream of it like the night before or something, or like if I'm going to experience something the next day, or see something, a news article about something the next day, I'll make it about myself in my dream. So it'll be traumatizing because I'm like, what do you mean that's happening tomorrow? But I'll explain. And you're just gonna think I'm crazy, possibly, but and I don't remember, well, I'll explain it. So I had a dream. It was really just about like boobs. But it was scary because they all had like growths, but it looked like worms coming out of it. Like long, like you know, like what a tapeworm would look like, right? Like when an animal has that or whatever. I don't know, guys, I don't know. But it would be like coming out of the like nipple, basically, like where like if they were like breastfeeding or something, where like the milk would come out, like it would come out of that. But it was not a worm, it was just like a growth, like it was like growing on there. So you kind of get like the vibe of like what the dream was kind of about. Like it wasn't, you know what I mean? But I was like, what is that? Like, but it was so scary. I was like, what is that? But it wasn't about me. It was literally this morning, I was scrolling on TikTok And I saw like there's like this march where it's like moms against breast cancer, and they like dress up like zombies. So they were using, like, some of them were witches, they were using like real magic to do that, to try to raise awareness, to scare people, to make sure they know like what breast cancer is. But like their magic was real, so I literally dreamed about it. Because like I wasn't gonna necessarily know like they're using like real magic, but like I just dreamed of that, and that was them reaching out and being like, hey everybody. I don't know if anybody else also had that dream, because they were raising awareness about it. But like when you raise awareness about stuff, in case you guys didn't know, you're kind of just doing, like, if you're a witch, you're just doing a spell to like tell the whole planet basically, like. So people can just dream of that, especially if they're gonna see your article or your like news thing. Like if a witch is gonna be on the news and they're using real magic, well, I don't know, some people could dream about them the night before and not even know who that is, and just dream of them and be like, whoa, well, what you did was really scary. I don't know how you feel about it, but like I guess like it's nice that you're raising awareness for people, but like I don't know how I feel about, like, I think, you know, them dressing up as zombies was like them trying to like be scary, right? So then like the message came across in like a more scary way than I think they meant, but like I don't know. I was like, what? Okay. I don't know. So, yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know why, you know, why their magic was so strong that like I had a dream about it, but okay. Like somebody there practicing something that works to reach out to people, so good for them, you know. But I was like, I'm scared. And like the setting of the dream was literally like a carnival. I don't know, it was scary. I don't know what cancer is supposed to represent in like a magical way, but it wasn't giving like, oh, this is a condition. Like there was no explanation in like the energy of like what I saw in the dream. There was no like, it didn't come with like a little pamphlet about it. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm trying to say is like, it showed up like that, like just, it looked like just worms coming out. But it was like new variation of humans, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't giving this is like a condition people can get like in the dream. It was, so I don't really know what it's supposed to like mean in like a magical way, but like, I don't know. It's nice there's people reaching out in a magical way to like spread awareness also, not only on the actual news. But so if anybody didn't know that people can dream about you in that way and predict you, but not know what they're predicting you, and you can be really scary even if you barely dress like a zombie, I don't know who needs to know that. Nobody. I don't know. But yeah, I'm basically, I don't know, my dreams kind of traumatizing. Oh yeah, there was some other some other weird dream about like capitalism. It was just about like, I don't even know, capitalism and billionaires kind of being spiders in a sense. They're trying to like weave you into their web, you know, and like wrap you up in that web. They're like, hopefully we don't come across as menacing at all while we take everything from you, you know. Like it was kind of like giving that vibe, and it was very capitalism. Oh, I don't know. It was kind of, I don't know, it was a confusing dream, but it was kind of about how like people who have creative like talents but haven't become famous are the people who like they're intentionally trying to use capitalism to suppress more, because they kind of like don't want you to like evolve and like become self-reliant, right, in the economy. It was just about them like specifically trying to target the people who are actually like creative, or they're trying to like have their own business, or but like maybe they haven't started yet, or they didn't have time to like learn their skill, right? Or they're like just starting, but like, you know, it's not like on a solid footing. Like those are the people that are trying to like plan how to like take down, weirdly. Like even though they're the ones who are like billionaires, they kind of like see other people as competition, even though they have like a weak business that they just started yesterday. But those are the people they're trying to like steal from the most, I guess. Like they don't really care about like stealing from the average person who isn't trying to escape capitalism. But like if you are, you're the person there. Like you're not like hallucinating if you feel like you're the person they're trying to like intentionally disadvantage, if you have that, if that makes sense. Like they're literally like sitting there trying to plan like how to only disadvantage the people who are trying to like escape from their regular job, basically. So I don't know. I was like, okay, like all of those dreams, like this is like the most traumatizing night. I don't know, not really, but like kind of, because like why am I having so many scary dreams? Like they just all seemed real. You know what started to happen that I'm kind of mad about? Wait, I'm gonna get chapstick. Hold that thought. You know how like those old horror movies are not scary? Like, you know how they're not scary and stuff, right? So my spirit guides, one second. Have been like, wait, you need to be closer. Closer. Okay. My spirit guides will be trying to find ways to make those horror movies scarier at the jump scare, like during it, like as if like my frame of mind, literally what I'm thinking about will change. Not just like, oh, there's a subliminal in the movie, whatever, like not like that, but it'll be like, I don't know how to explain it. Like my spirit guides will literally like if the horror movies are like not scary and it's just like it just happens to be on the TV, they'll try to like make me think of something in real life that's scary at the same time as the movie. Does that even make sense? Like, but it won't make sense. I mean, it'll be like weird. Like it'll be like, oh, there's gonna be like a jump scare in the movie. Well, here's this person, you know, like imagine just like snakes like inside of their body, and like they're not even a person, but like if you open up their skull, there's just a bunch of like snakes that come out, right, instead, and they're not a person, like, or like something weird, like it'll be like a psychological thing, but then it's just like a small like jump scare in the horror movie. I'm like, okay, that lined up, but like for what? Like for what? Like the opportunity to be scared? Like I just, like, it wasn't a scary movie, like, you know. Like I'll actually just like I don't know, mirror the movie. But there's also a thing where, like, if a movie is already scripted, right, and it's already recorded, even if you've never seen it, you can sense the entirety of the movie because it can never change. So, like, your spirit guides can already know the script of the whole movie just based on the energy of you, like, looking at the movie. So they can, like, plan around that. But it's scary to think about that way. But they can also, like, enhance, like, subliminals in the movie, essentially, if they want you to, like, receive something from it in some way. But, you know. Because I learned a lot about subliminals. I had to learn in my life, dude. I had to learn about omens and subliminals and those being, like, interchangeable, right? And, like, you know, omens and subliminals on, like, clothing and, like, what does that cause? Does it affect everybody? Are some people stronger than those, like, I guess, like, sigils, basically, but it's not the same, right? Like, everything about, like, materials and, like, the kind of way that you present yourself and stuff, like, I had to learn all of that for, like, omens and subliminals. So, and also movies and TV, even if there's a movie in the next room, there's, like, a whole bunch of stuff that, like, the script can, like, psychologically, like, mess with you on, and even, like, magically, like, interfere with your life. It can change, like, what's gonna happen for you next week. Like, so I had to learn about all of that, like, how to be stronger than that. Like, are all of those something you can be stronger than, or are there, like, exceptions to that? Like, I kind of had to learn, like, life path stuff and weird ways that, like, subliminals and omens and, like, technology's interference can just, like, change the trajectory of your whole life. And again, like, clothing and stuff and, like, all of that, like, the ways that that changes you. So I just learned that. So, not through researching, through lived experience, I learned it. I'm not even kidding. I learned that through lived experience in this life, not through research. Because if I Googled it, it would go in one eye and out the other, in one ear and out the other. Like, I wouldn't care. I would just be like, okay, like, so what? Somebody said that. Like, it doesn't mean anything. Like, prove it. Prove it. And then it's, you know, true. So I've proved it for myself. And then I had to learn how to, like, overcome it and not be, like, influenced by it so much, but all of that was terrifying. Not really, but, like, kind of, you know. Kind of. I have so many weird fears. I'm also afraid of, like, you know how I'm a witch and how not everybody, like, openly talks about that stuff. Like, I love, like, openly talking about that stuff, but I get so scared of, like, if I were ever famous or something, like, you know, like, the whole, like, Britney Spears, like, movement, how they kind of, like, or, like, whatever it's called, like, the Free Britney stuff. I know she's already, like, escaped, but, like, you know, but people want to, like, have her trapped again. I don't know how like, psychologically, like, messed up she feels or whatever, but, I don't know, but what I will say is it seemed at first like they kind of, like, framed her to, like, seem like she had, like, psychological, like, issues or whatever, but, like, how much is being psychic, like, a psychological issue to people? So it kind of scares me. I'm like, what if I were, like, famous someday and people just, like, literally clipped every, like, terrible weird thing I've ever said and just, like, used it as evidence? Like, it would be so impossible to, like, dispute that. Like, the whole world would be like, you're so right. Like, you're so right about that. Like, you're so right. But I think because I work with, like, deities, I have, like, a little bit of security to not think that that would actually happen. But, like, mentally I kind of side-eye people and, like, would you do that to me? Probably. But who wouldn't? You probably would. Yeah. Being psychic, even though you know what you're saying is real, and even if other people know what you're saying is real, you never know who could try to like still harm you in some way and then use what you said as like evidence that you're not like mentally normal, even if you are, aside from like being like a little psychic or something, you know what I mean? But like that doesn't make you not like normal and like stable, right? Like but you know how much people could use that as like insanity for them, for their own personal like benefit on the planet. Like if somebody hated you, they could just randomly do that and like I don't know. So I just think of that, you know. It also depends where you come from, because if you don't come from like a spiritual background, what if some distant family member finds out like how spiritual you are, but like they don't believe in anything you're saying, but like they just believe you're crazy, and then they actually try to like pursue that, but they are your like biological family, so nothing can like stop them having the right to like put you into some like conservatorship if you were famous. Like you would literally say anything and then they would be like, we have proof now, you know, we have public documented proof. Like it's terrible. It's terrible. I also feel like though, if you kind of say it and you're like, oh, like I'm aware of that, then it kind of like protects you more, because it's like, well, how mentally stable clearly you are if you're like able to like vocalize feeling that way, you know what I mean? So I feel like it would make it harder to prove if you've already said like your statement on like how you feel about yourself and how you feel normal. Then they would be like, oh, well, oh, okay, like here's proof of them saying they feel normal, so like what can you do? Nothing. Like honestly though, like if it can't be proven that you're not crazy, you can prove that you didn't feel like you were, I guess. I don't know. Moral of the story, technically on Earth, like anything could happen. I don't know. But I feel so weird now after talking about all those stories, but I have a donut. Do you want some? Lick it! Lick it and say I hate America like Ariana Grande. It's kind of funny. You know what's crazy? Wait, I got like frosting all over. I hate that. You know what's crazy then? How much hate Ariana Grande got for like saying that and doing that back then? You know how many people would probably pay money for Ariana Grande to do that to them? There's no way nobody would pay money to have Ariana Grande like spit on their food or something. You know, people will do like anything if a girl is pretty or famous or anything. There's no way they would not pay real money to have her like spit on a donut or lick a donut and then give it to them. Like they would want proof. They would be like, prove that you did it. Like, you know what I mean? Like it would not be like, but for her to be like canceled so hard for that is so funny. I'll be back. I don't know what else I have to talk about. Probably nothing. I feel like you waited all that time for me to come back just for me to be like, I don't have anything to say that much. I feel like you heard what I had to say. I don't know. I'm not gonna edit this, so rest in peace to all of the people who said they preferred videos when I edit them. That's not a realistic standard for me to keep up every time. I don't know. Someday, maybe. Maybe someday if I like made money from videos, then I can spend time editing them and not feel like it's a waste of time. But like, I'm very far from that. So, you know, it's not like my job. So for that reason, it's gonna be equally as long until I am editing every video, or even most of them. Like I might try it out as an experiment like once or twice, but if I'm not like, if it's not my job, you know, if I don't get paid from it, there's no way I'm gonna spend all that time on it all the time. There's just no way. Like, there's just no way. But that's all I have to say. I love you guys. I feel hypnotized. I love you. Bye.